Get the vibes. Get the feeling. Yes Media Academy Radio.
Where hit music lives.
Feel the vibes.
When your music rocks and your station rocks.
What would I do without your smile?
Ready, set, it's going down.
Right here at Yes Media Academy Radio. The rhythm goes on.
Girl, I wanna be your owner.
We'll raise the roof all day, every day.
It's 6 o'clock from Yes Ma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio. Good evening and thanks for joining us on Yes News Now. In the headlines, 774,000 jobs. Keyamo gets Buhari's nod to commence recruitment. Senate recommends life imprisonment for kidnappers. Remove time limit on rape cases. Reps endorse Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's candidacy as DG of World Trade Organization. And in sports, ex-3SC chairman Bode Oyewole is dead. Now the news in detail. My name is Olatunde Idowu. The Minister of State for Labour, Festus Keyamo SAN, has secured the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari to begin the recruitment of 774,000 youths under the Special Public Works Program. Keyamo confirmed that the president had directed him to continue with the exercise, which was earlier suspended by the National Assembly following a disagreement with the minister. The minister, in a text message to a correspondent, said, and I quote, "I have the instructions of my boss, Mr. President, to proceed with the supervision of the preparation for the execution of the program in accordance with the law." The lawmaker had accused the minister of trying to hijack the scheme from the National Directorate of Employment, the implementing agency of the project. But Keyamo, who appeared before members of the National Assembly Joint Committee on Labour on the 30th of June, accused them of seeking to control the implementation of the program. The meeting ended in a fiasco when the minister insisted that the parley should be held in the open, to the consternation of the NAS members who demanded a closed-door meeting. Keyamo consequently left in annoyance, vowing not to suspend the recruitment as directed by the lawmaker. The Senate has amended the Criminal Code Act, which recommends life imprisonment for kidnappers and deletes the statute of limitation on cases of rape. Section 218 of the Criminal Code Act, amended, removing the statute of limitation, implies that the defilement cases can remain open for as long as possible against the earlier limitation of 2 months. The Criminal Code Act Cap C-38 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 as amended. Bill was sponsored by Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Lagos Central Senatorial District, on the 24th of September 2019. The Senate today also eliminated the gender restrictions in the offense of rape, as Section 357 of the Criminal Code Act defines rape as an offense against women. It acknowledged that the male gender can also be victims. Chairman of the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Okpeyemi Bamidele, in his presentation, explained that the aim of criminal law and criminal justice system is not only for punishment but also for deterrence, retribution, restoration and rehabilitation of offenders. Senator Bamidele further noted that the proposition to delete statute of limitation on the prosecution of offences under Section 218 and 221 of the Criminal Code Act is a welcome development, as a statute of limitation placed on defilement of and rape negates the principles of natural law, equity and good conscience. The House of Representatives has endorsed the candidacy of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the Director General of the World Trade Organization, describing her as very qualified. The resolution to support her followed a motion of urgent public importance raised by the minority leader, Senator Honorable Ndudi Elumelu, at plenary today. The lawmakers also urged President Muhammadu Buhari to rally other African leaders in support of her candidacy. Also, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar also endorsed the former finance minister, saying her experience and the enormous related work she has done confirms without equivocation that her leadership shall be a blessing to the WTO and the world. Still staying with the House of Representatives, members of the House of Representatives have called on President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure that students in unity schools participate in this year's West African Senior School Certificate Examination (WASC). The lawmakers made the call during plenary today at the lower chamber of the National Assembly in Abuja, the nation's capital. The lawmakers believe no good will come out of stopping the students in Nigeria from writing the exam scheduled to hold from the 4th of August to the 5th of September 2020. They stress that the authorities of various schools can handle the exams as long as the COVID-19 protocols of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) were adhered to. Lawmakers warned that failure to allow the students to take the exam could send the wrong signal to the international community and investors that Nigeria was unable to handle the pandemic. In their resolution, they urged the president to reverse the decision of the Federal Ministry of Education, withdrawing the nation from participating in WASC and other similar examinations. You're still listening to Yes News Now from Yes Ma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio. Now coming to Oyo State. Oyo State House of Assembly has declared a state of emergency on water projects in the state as the lawmakers summon contractors, officials of the Water Corporation. The state lawmakers made this decision earlier today after the House received a comprehensive report from the Ad Hoc Committee on Water Resources that embarked on oversight visit to water projects across the state. According to the report presented by the chairman of the committee, Honorable Abdullahi Abdul Razak, representing Ibadan Southeast 1, the Oyo State government led by the late stating that the Oyo State-led government by the late Senator Abiola Jimobi embarked on about 20 water projects at accumulative cost of over 10 billion naira, but none is completed till date. Abdullahi-led committee noted that Ayete Water Scheme in Ibarakwan North Local Government, which was awarded in April 2019 at 399.5 million naira, the contractor has received 119.8 million naira disbursement, while the contract is presently at just 6% level, while the contractor has vacated the site. Lamenting the state of water supply in Oyo State, the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, described the way the last administration handled water situation as irresponsible. According to Ogundoyin, and I quote, the Ajimobi-led government mismanaged the state's limited resources, especially in the water supply sector, and unfortunately, no one is taking responsibility. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) Ibadan Zonal Office has secured the conviction of 2 internet fraudsters, namely Razak Olayinka Balogun and Ayodeji Oluwaseun Olatona, who all pleaded guilty to separate 1-count charge of criminal impersonation. The offense runs contrary to Section 22, subsection 2B and I of Cyber Crimes Prohibition Prevention Act 2015 and punishable under Section 22, subsection 2B4 of the same act. While Balogun was sentenced to 7 months jail term by Justice Muhammad Abubakar of the Federal High Court, Abeokuta, Olatono had his date with Justice Patricia Ajoku of the Federal High Court, Ibadan, who sentenced him to 6 months imprisonment. Apart from his jail term, Balogun was ordered to restitute $4,000 to his victim, one Montonia Duncan, and also forfeit his laptop, Samsung Galaxy S8 phone, and iPhone 11 Pro Max to the federal government, while Olatono will restitute $500 to his victim and forfeit his iPhone 7 to the federal government. In a similar development, Justice Peter Laifu of the Federal High Court Osogbo convicted one Timileyin Awojodu of criminal impersonation but reserved his sentence till July 21, 2020. Beside the conviction, the judge ordered Awojodu to restitute the sum of $2,500 to his victim and forfeit his iPhone 7 and Infinix Hot 7 phone to the government. In the world of sports, former Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan 3SC chairman and player is dead. He died this morning in Ibadan. Oyewole was a member of the 1998 set of Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan who won double titles that year. The team won the Nigerian League title and the West African Football Union Wafu Cup for Oluyole Warriors. May his soul rest in peace. Emmanuel Adeyemo says former Manchester City midfielder Yaya Toure is his football hero and he hopes he can replicate the Côte d'Ivoire's legend's longevity. Four-time African Player of the Year Yaya Toure has cemented his place among the pantheon of African greats and has had a trophy-laden career which has seen him win 3 Premier League titles and 2 La Liga diadems amongst numerous other honors. And he has shown no signs of hanging up his boots just yet at the age of 37, as he could be snapped up by Vasco da Gama after turning down Brasileirao Serie A side Botafogo, which is an act Adeyemo dreams of emulating. And that will be all on Yes News Now. But before I go, let me bring you a recap of the stories I brought to you earlier. In the news, we told you that 774,000 jobs as Buhari is now to commence recruitment. And Senate have recommended life imprisonment for kidnappers, and they have also removed time limit on rape cases. Reps endorse Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's candidacy as DG of World Trade Organization. And in sport, ex-3SC chairman Bode Oyewole is dead. The news was produced and edited by Prosper Abolade Shoumi and delivered by Olatunde Ido. The Yoruba version of Yes News Now comes up immediately. Many thanks for listening and good evening.
Get the vibes, get the feeling.